This is lecture 7, and in this lecture we are going to cover the topics: difference between plant and animal cell, protoplasm, prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, examples of cellular activities, and solve some questions. So let's begin. First, difference between plant cell and animal cell. Okay, we have studied this point that plant cell have a definite cell wall which is made up of cellulose, and this cellulose is a non-living thing. In animal cell, no cell wall is present. Okay, so let's draw also. These points we will draw. So this is a plant cell. Okay, and it has cell wall. This outer covering is the cell wall, and in animal cell no cell wall is present. Suppose this is an animal cell, only plasma membrane is present, no cell wall is present. This is plasma membrane. Okay, now next point, centrosome is absent. In plant, centrosome is absent. Centrosome were responsible for cell division in animal cell, so it is present in animal cell. So centrosome, it consisted of two centrioles and aster rays were present. This is a centrosome. Okay, this is centrosome. Okay, now next, plastids are present. Plastids contain different kinds of pigments that were giving colors to different parts of the plant. So they are present in plant cell and they are absent in animal cell. One example of plastid was the chloroplast. This is present only in case of plant cell. This is chloroplast. Okay, now next point, vacuoles are prominent, one or more present. Most of the area in plant cell is occupied by vacuoles. Suppose this is a vacuole. These are either absent, or if present they are very small in case of plant. Sorry, in case of animals. Okay, they are either absent, or if they are present are very small and temporary. Okay, now usually larger with distinct outlines. This plant cell is usually larger. You can see this plant cell is larger and the animal cell is smaller. So plant cell are usually larger with distinct outlines, means it has fixed boundary like cell wall and plasma membrane, and in animals only plasma membrane is present. The next one, cytoplasm not so dense. The cytoplasm of plant cell is not very dense. You can see most of the part is occupied by the vacuole, so it is not very dense. But in case of animal cell, the cytoplasm is denser and it is more granular. Granules are present. Okay, I hope the differences are clear. See the similarities between plant and animal cell. So both plant and animal cell have cell membrane. Let's draw also. This is a plant cell. Okay, this is a animal cell. Okay, so both have cell membrane or plasma membrane. Then both have cytoplasm. This whole part is the cytoplasm. Okay, then both have nucleus. Okay, they both have nucleus. Then they both have endoplasmic reticulum. This is endoplasmic reticulum. For understanding, I am drawing these diagrams. Okay, they both have Golgi bodies. Okay, now they both have mitochondria. And they both have ribosomes, which are either found freely in the cytoplasm or they are attached to endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, we have studied these structures in details in our previous lectures, so go and check the previous lectures. Okay, now let's understand protoplasm. What is a protoplasm actually? So suppose, let me draw this. This is our cell, okay, and this is the nuclear membrane. This whole part is the nucleus, okay, in which our chromatin is present or DNA is present. Okay, this is the plasma membrane. Okay, so inside plasma membrane and outside the nucleus, this whole shaded part was called as cytoplasm. But what is protoplasm? Protoplasm is this nucleus area plus the cytoplasm area, means everything inside the plasma membrane, means the cytoplasm and this whole nucleus part is the protoplasm. Okay, so it is the living substance of a cell. It is a living substance. Okay, it consists of the cytoplasm and the nucleus. It has both cytoplasm and nucleus. So we can say everything inside the cell membrane is protoplasm, and it is a translucent fluid, means you can see through it, partial light can pass through it. Okay, and it is colorless, grayish or brownish. Okay, and it consists of water, proteins, carbohydrates, fats and mineral salt. These things are the constituents of the protoplasm. I hope it is clear. Okay, study about prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Pro means primitive or old, and karyotic means nucleus. So prokaryotic cells are the cells which have primitive, means old nucleus, means there is a false nucleus. I will explain what is a false nucleus. Okay, U means true and karyotic means nucleus, means eukaryotic cells are those which have true nucleus. Now what does this primitive or old or false nucleus means? It means that suppose this is our prokaryotic cell. Okay, and whatever DNA is present, it is not enclosed by a nuclear membrane, it lies freely. Okay, this is a prokaryotic cell. So in prokaryotic cell you can see there is no nuclear membrane present, while in eukaryotic cell, whether plant cell or animal cell, our genetic material, means like our chromosomes or chromatin material or DNA, it was bounded by a nuclear membrane. This is our nuclear membrane. Which is present in case of eukaryotic cell, which is absent in prokaryotic cell. There is no nuclear membrane present. And see, you can see the point also, a cell without a true nucleus means its DNA is not enclosed by a nuclear membrane, no nuclear membrane present. While in eukaryotic, a cell with a true nucleus, means true nucleus is present, its DNA is enclosed by a nuclear membrane. See the second point. In prokaryotic cells, there are no membrane bound organelles. They are without membrane bound organelles. Membrane bound organelles were mitochondria, chloroplast, okay, like plastids, everything that consists of a membrane. So those structures are present only in case of eukaryotes, but they are absent in prokaryotes. Okay, so eukaryotic cells are they have membrane bound organelles. These membrane bound organelles like mitochondria, Golgi bodies, these are all present in case of eukaryotic cells, but they are absent in case of prokaryotic cell. Now let's see the differences. They have no true nucleus, means no nuclear membrane is present around the DNA. They have a true nucleus. In this, DNA is not enclosed by a nuclear membrane, and here DNA is enclosed by a nuclear membrane. Okay, prokaryotic cell is generally small in size, okay, while eukaryotic cells are larger in size. Okay, here no membrane bound organelles present, and in case of eukaryotic cells, membrane bound organelles like mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, chloroplast, they are present. Now here in case of prokaryotic cells, ribosomes are small. Generally they are found of 70 S unit. You don't need to remember this. Okay, just remember this point that ribosomes are smaller, and in eukaryotic cells ribosomes are larger. 80 S subunit ribosomes are found. Okay, now let's see the examples. Examples of prokaryotic cells are the bacteria, blue green algae, okay, which is also known as cyanobacteria. Okay, they were responsible for the origin of life on this earth. Okay, so they all come under the category of prokaryotic cells. Now eukaryotic cells, their examples are plants, animals, euglena, amoeba. I hope these differences are clear. See examples of cellular activities. So first example is growth. Okay, we know that we all grow in size, and this increase in size is due to the increase in number of cells. Okay, so due to this growth, plants show unlimited growth and humans show limited growth. Okay, now next property is repair. So repair of an injury or regeneration of a lost part due to cell division. Okay, we have observed that if we get injury, we see after some times new cells are being formed. So that new cells are being formed due to the cellular activities. Okay, and in lizard, suppose its tail has been cut. Suppose this is a lizard and its tail has been cut. So after some time you will see that this tail has been regenerated. Okay, now next part is movement. So movement of body due to contractility of cells or cellular parts. Okay, we show different kinds of movement, like we walk, we jump. In plants we see movement of roots towards the water or gravity. We see stomata opening or closing. All these are happening due to the cellular activities. So movement is also an example of cellular activities. Then feeding and nutrition. The food which we take is being absorbed due to the cellular activities of the cells, which secrete various enzymes to digest the food. Then there is circulation of blood. Okay, blood is circulated in the vessels. Then transport of respiratory gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide. Red blood cells, it loads the oxygen from our lungs and it transports to various parts of the body, and from there it takes carbon dioxide and it releases to the lungs. Okay, so transport of respiratory gases takes place. Then protection of body. Okay, the surface of our skin has a special kind of cells called epithelial cells, so they are generally protecting the surface of our body. Okay, then we see, hear, smell, taste or feel because of the cellular activities only. Like we have receptors, like on our tongue we have the we have buds, okay, which are receptors for taste. Okay, so due to which we we get the taste of various food. Okay, we have receptors for smell also, for hearing also. Okay, now thermoregulation, our internal temperature is also being maintained due to the cellular activities only. All organisms produce young ones. Okay, when sperm and egg meet, they form new individuals. Okay, then in plants, absorption of water and nutrients. So plants have special cells called root hair cells which help in absorption of water and nutrients. Then light is being trapped due to the presence of chloroplast. Okay, in case of plants. Then flowers attract insect by their color. Okay, so flowers, they attract insect. Generally flowers have nectar cells which release nectars. Okay, and flowers have also plastids of different pigments which contain different pigments, due to which the flowers are of different color which further attract insects. Then inheritance. Okay, whatever characters we have inherited that characters from our parents only, due to the presence of genes. Okay, so we have inherited our genes from our parents, so characters are being transferred from our parents to progeny. So here inheritance is also an example of cellular activity. Okay, let's solve some questions. Which of the following is present only in plant cell? It is asking for only in plant cell. Centrosome, no, it's present in animal cell. Cell wall, yes, it is present only in plant cell. Lysosomes, no. Centriole, no. Okay, then protoplasm consists of, protoplasm we studied. Okay, it consists of what? Cell wall and cell membrane, no. Cytoplasm and nucleus, yes. Nucleus only, no. Cytoplasm only, no. Which statement is correct for animal cell? Okay, it is asking correct. Plastids are present in animal, no, they are absent. Large permanent vacuole present, no, they are present in plant cell. Centrosome present, true. Cell wall present in animal, no, they are present in plant cell. So option C is correct. Prokaryotic cells lack cell membrane, no, they have cell membrane. Ribosomes, no. Membrane bound organelles, yes. Prokaryotic cells do not have membrane bound organelles, they are absent. Cytoplasm, no. So option C is correct. Which of the following is an example of prokaryotic organism? Amoeba, no. Euglena, no. Bacteria, yes. Paramecium, no. So bacteria is correct. Then which is a feature of eukaryotic cell? DNA is not enclosed by a nuclear membrane. False. DNA is enclosed by a nuclear membrane. No true nucleus. False. No. Membrane bound organelles are present. That's correct. Eukaryotic organisms has membrane bound organelles like mitochondria, chloroplast, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies. They have very small ribosomes. No, it is a property of prokaryotes. So option C is correct. Then repair of an injured body part mainly occurs due to respiration, no. Cell division, yes. Digestion, no. Excretion, no. So option B is correct. Which of the following pairs is incorrect? It is asking for incorrect statement. Okay, prokaryotic cell, no true nucleus, it is a correct statement. Plant cell, plastids absent, it is incorrect because plant cell have plastids. So the question is asking which is incorrect. So option B is correct. Now let's see the further option. Eukaryotic cell, membrane bound organelles present, yes, it is a correct option. Animal cell, cell wall absent, it is also correct. But the question is asking which of the following is incorrect. So option B. I'm ending this lecture with a small term called anxiety. So no matter what, we all have gone through this anxiety or depression. Okay, so we feel so much controlled by these emotions that we stop giving our best. Like if we have to study, we will not study. We are overflown by these emotions. Our heartbeat increases. So what is the best way to deal with such things? So this thing has even worked for me, so you may also try this. Do one thing, just do continuous breathing 10 times. Just inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Do it for 10 times. Then inhale and hold your breath for 1 minute and then exhale. Then again repeat the whole cycle, means inhaling, exhaling for 10 times, then holding your breath for 1 minute and then exhaling. Okay, do it without any pause. Believe me, you will immediately feel relief. And I just want to say that no matter through what you are going, you will get out of this. Things will get better. So just have faith in God and just keep doing your work. Okay, just surrender things to God. So that's all for today. This was the last lecture. We have completed all the topics of this chapter. So in the next lecture, what I will do, I will solve all the questions which are given at the back of your book. So till then, keep revising and keep taking care of yourself. Okay, bye bye.